Good evening, folks. Has been a long old time. 3 people listening right now. Some of you may be familiar with my dulcet tones here on APPF1. Some of you may be new. And I don't know, some of you may be sick of me. Who knows? But we're here nonetheless. It's APPF1 pre-season. It's very exciting. Very exciting stuff. We're looking at potentially a full grid. We've got 20 drivers in now. We should be getting going anytime soon. But how are we all doing? Have we been enjoying the beginnings of the summer? I know those of us most of us in the UK have been enjoying the bipolar weather that is British weather, with sunny 1 minute, raining the next, windy the minute after that, and just all your seasons combined into one, really. But you know what? It's been a long time away, I think. And I've definitely been away for a little while. I've not been on the track, not done podcast. It's kind of been pretty good. My life's a lot less stressful if I'm not when I'm not racing. Let me tell you that. Those of you who know have seen my race streams will know exactly what I'm talking about. But yes, it's good to be back. Come say hello in the chat. We're going to go racing in just a moment. We're going to go into that loading screen, and away we go. And we're here in the amazing circuit that is Silverstone. I'm not going to lie, the British Grand Prix, home of Formula 1, of course. Maybe I'm a little bit biased, but this track is a favourite, I think, for most. And, of course, we've got the new regulation cars, the F126 cars, a little bit of Mario Kart racing, perhaps. We're going to see lots of battery management, lots of lift and coast. And I think it's going to take the most patient and tactical drivers to get the very best out of these 2026 cars. And I have driven them a little bit. They do seem a lot of fun to drive, although I will not be gracing the track for a couple of seasons yet. I think I'm enjoying my time away too much. But I will be in the comms box, hopefully for every race, when Tier 1 does come back, of course, with then obviously Monday for Tier 3, Tuesday for Tier 2, then it's your Friday, of course, with me for Tier 1, and then, I believe new for this season, Sundays, rather than Elite, we will be racing those F2 cars, which will be a lot of fun for everyone involved. But let's get ourselves all set up to commentate. Let's see, detail what the tyres on. Let's have lap data on as well. Track map, there we go. Fastest lap, of course, of qualifying. But yes, it looks like we've got 3 straight mode zones. So on the Hamilton straight, the Hangar straight, and the Wellington straight there as well. So plenty of chances for overtaking. I'd imagine those are the overtaking zones as well. We'll see. What is that little blue line there? I don't know what that little blue dot is. Is that the overtaking point, maybe? Or detection zone? It could be. I don't know. That's new. There's somebody in the know, fill me in. As we've got a few cars heading out onto the track. That's Plang heading out, but we are looking for, is that Rubiowski? Yes, it is, in the Cadillac, of course. Terrible livery. One of the minnow teams this season. Almost had a point if it wasn't for Sergio Perez being out of position on the restart after the red flag in Monaco. Rubiowski going to pull over, letting through the Alpine Bony Fish. I don't think this is a name I recognise, in all honesty, but I could be wrong. Somebody correct me on that one. But hopefully you can hear me. I'll do my obligatory test, because I was a bit worried that nobody can hear me on these race streams. Because it's happened before, and I don't want it to happen again. Okay, seems okay. Maybe I'm a little bit quiet, but I'll try and sit a bit closer to the microphone. Let's move that to the front of my desk rather than behind my keyboard so you can hear me all the better. We'll go on a lap in a few moments' time with Bony Fish, but Yes, first qualifying session in APPF1 of 2026. It's a very nice helmet, Bony Fish. It's the same helmet I ran, in fact. So I love it. Right, through the Val chicane then through Club Corner, and to start a lap of this Silverstone circuit in this pink and blue Alpine. Down the Hamilton Straight we go into this first complex of corners, through their little downshift into 7th for Bony Fish, then in towards Farm and Village corners, I believe, and then into, and round goes Bony Fish. That's going to be a lap aborted on this occasion. Is this Ghost who's coming up next? Yes, it is. Let's ride on board them with Ghost. It's on an outlap though, actually, so never mind with the Ghost. I think Rubiowski will be on a lap. He makes his way through Aintree, I think. Oh god, I've taken all of these corner names by now. I think down we go towards Brooklands for Rubiowski. You can see he's got half that battery left to deploy. It's really charging back up though through Luffield and then in towards the what is this, Woodcock. That's it. I do know the corner names, I promise. And then down towards Cobbs and the old start finish straight there, and then through Cobbs corner, little downshift again for Cobbs and in towards Maggots and Beckett's, then Chapel next. Through their pretty decent line from Rubiowski. I'd say veteran at this point in APPF1. Some decent races in that tier 2 from what I can remember. But down Rubiowski goes towards. You know what? I'm just forgetting all the corner names. So I do have a headache as well. I know, woe's me, but it's been a long day. But in towards the Vale chicane, we go for Rubiowski in the Cadillac. He's going to be the first driver to set a lap in this session this evening, and it's going to be a 1:29.7 from Rubiowski. I think Ghost is going to start a lap down here, is he? No, but Lawrence is starting a lap behind him. I think Palang's just gone with a 28.6. Not a bad go of it at all. Then Rob Sue's going to come across the line, 31.5. Way off the pace for the time being. It's quite the melting pot here, I'm going to call it. As Chloe there with a Chloe there with a 1:29.2. Not a terrible lap. Rune's a 28.8 to also put his name down in the ring as well. Here crossing the line, 51.2. He'll definitely be looking for an improvement on that time, let me tell you. Here comes Oreshka, the brains in APPF1. Knows a lot about things that I don't really understand, to be honest. And we appreciate him for it. If you saw that awesome episode of the podcast we had Reshka on talking about the pre-season, then you were certainly well in for a treat with that one. Scott comes across the line to start a lap. I think that was Denko posting up a time of a 1:28.6. Yes, it was. Tier 2's reigning champion, Bacon Bear, with a 1:33.0. And then Ghost up there with a 28.9s. I think his teammate Lawrence is about to come across the line as well. Let's see what he can manage. A 1:29.4. Corey beginning a lap. Kevin O'Reilly, Irishman, the golf extraordinaire as well, comes across the line, P5. Those of you who don't know Kevin O'Reilly, outside of his racing, of course, a very accomplished young golfer, golf player, golf competitor, whatever you want to put it, but very accomplished young man. Certainly achieved a lot more than I have in a sporting capacity, let me tell you. Jackalacco, the Scotsman, my old teammate from sprints way back when, coming around the final couple of corners, 29.5 for Jacko as we go through, just rounding off the last few laps in these opening sessions. Scott is invalidated. Here comes Koru as well. Let's keep an eye on him. He's got some quick lap times in him on his day. Through Chapel he goes now. Down onto this main straight. Look how quickly the battery just drains. It's already gone for Koru here. And that's the challenge really with these 2026 cars. It's just maintaining a decent amount of battery. I wonder how much that affects how you drive. Because, I mean, with this circuit, I think it's quite power dependent. There's a lot of straights, a lot of flat out areas, and a 29.0 is the best Koru can achieve on that occasion. So it's not that far off, actually. It's 4/10 between Koru and Palang there. Lots of close lap times between all the drivers so far. A few drivers are in laps now, of course. Scott's making another go of it. We'll see, with no assists here in his Mercedes, making his way around. This is one man who'll be very happy with Kimi Antonelli's racking up the wins. Another very accomplished driver, of course, I should say. Here comes no assists. Let's ride on the off-board shot through Luffield. Very nice line through there. Gets the power down effectively. Then through Woodcock on towards that straight before Copse. Here comes the Mercedes. Through Copse corner he goes. Couple of downshifts for the Mercedes to find his way through. Not got a lot of battery to use through here, but gaining some of it back. So we'll have plenty more to use than Koru did on the opening part of the straight, but it's going to go ever so quickly, this battery, but he's holding on to a little bit there. So very good at managing the battery. It's no assist around this lap. Let's see as he comes into the club, to the foul chicane and club corner. What can he manage? Just one corner to navigate now. And through he goes, and only a 30.6 from the Mercedes driver. Way down the order in 15th. There's Bavish in the Haas coming around to finish his first lap of the night. Crossing the line, only 19th. Ronin setting the purple sector 2 at the minute, but I think this is first lap, so it's not too representative of what he's able to do here. Through Val chicane now. Well, this is making me want to race, actually, you know. But Ronin, only 18th. So that's how they shake out after these opening laps. Palang at the moment is the man to beat on pole position. Denko's not too far behind him. It's just over 1/100th of a second, I should say, as Reshka's had a big moment through Brooklands and is taken to the grass, giving it a bit of a trim. Hopefully he doesn't get in anybody's way. No, stays well out of the way for everybody else, using the pit lane, or the old pit lane entrance. I believe the GT3 cars use that layout of the track, where the start-finish line is, you know, heading into Copse corner. And then you're going around from Copse being turn 1, Woodcock being the last corner, of course. It's quite a fun layout, actually. If you've not tried driving the GT3s and something like Assetto Corsa, I can recommend. It's a nice change from just Formula 1 cars, I guess. Let's see what Runes can manage. He's a 10th up coming into the Val chicane. And that's Palang ahead of him, about to start his next lap. But up Runes goes into provisional pole, 28.5 from him. Denko's out on a lap as well. He's up a 10th at the minute too. We'll wait to see what Palang can manage. Reshka's come across the line. He'll be setting another lap as Mahmoud is retired from the session. That's a shame. Koru's about to start a lap there as well. I think there's a Red Bull making their way around the track. It's not Avenir because it's Joey B. He's 4/10 up on his previous. Would place him in 16th for the time being. Let's see if there's any more time in these last couple of corners for Joey B. Long-time Tier 2 driver now, up into 16th, and that's where he'll stay for now. Ghost is on and out of that. Lawrence is making his way around as well. I believe there's a Ferrari about to make their way through, and I think that's Denko. Let's see, he's 4/10 up. This could be a great lap from the Greek driver, but no, he's lost all that time in the final sector, and there's no improvement there. Avenir unable to improve as well. Kevin O'Reilly, he improves up to provisional pole. That's a mighty lap at this stage of qualifying. It's going to be hard to tell the Haas and the Cadillacs apart. There's going to be 4 white dots. As Palang then beats Kevin O'Reilly's time not too long after. Up into provisional pole, here he goes. I think Lawrence is about to cross the line. He is up into 7th for Lawrence. Reshko improves up to 3rd place there as well, able to set a lap time. Ronin crosses the line. He improves by 2/10 up to 17th behind Joey B for the time being. Corey out on circuit. 2/10 is his improvement. This could sit him somewhere around P6, 7 or 8. Let's see what he can manage. It's P8, so just behind Lawrence there, only by a fat 100th of a second. Very close times between these drivers so far. That's Ghost, but he's down on his previous time, but does actually improve by 2/10 of a second as he crosses the line. Up into P6 he goes. And a solid go of things. But looks like the Williams drivers and Palang at the minute, they're the guys to beat out there. But it's not incredibly tight. It's not incredibly far apart, I would say. Palang and Kevin O'Reilly being the drivers to beat at the moment. But you look down from P3 all the way down here to probably Chloe here, who just improves up into the top 6 now. Solid lap from Chloe in the Haas. But you've got, P3 all the way down here to P12, covered by about 5/10 of a second. That's half a second covering those drivers, which is fantastic, especially with the the melting pot of drivers we've got on here. We've got tier 2 drivers, we've got tier 1 drivers, there's tier 3 drivers, and even a few, I'm gonna have to say now, ex-elite drivers, I suppose. APPF1 race, migrating host, that's not good. I think I've lagged out. Not enough players remaining to start the session. What's going on there? I hope that's just me and not everybody else. So I'll endeavour to get myself back in the session. Hopefully someone can invite me back. So I'm experiencing a lot of stick drift on my controller at the minute. It's really irritating. I'll have to get it replaced. Hopefully this invite's still good. Right. Back in we go. Hopefully we're not going to miss too much. And hopefully that's the one and only time we lag out. Apologies. That was unexpected. It's on BBC, is it? It is on BBC. So I'm following the World Cup, wanting to watch Canada's game, so back to spectator mode. Right, what's changed? Not much, but everybody is on an outlap at this very moment. Let's see Chloe making her way around the circuit. I'm not sure if they're in a lap. Best way to tell, I don't want telemetry up. 10th down, I think they are on a lap, so we'll keep riding on board. I want to say everybody else ahead is on an out lap. We'll try and keep an eye on the timing tower. We've got a minute to go in the session. Around comes Chloe in the Haas. Can she improve on that already impressive time? No, 10th down is Chloe. And perhaps that's where she stays. I don't think she'll have time to recharge the battery and go again. That's the two Williams making their way around. It's Ghost and Lawrence as well, leaving it as late as possible. Jackalaka on an out lap. So let's see, is that no assists? No, it's not. It's Palang. So the next car is either a Haas or a Cadillac. God, that's so infuriating. That the Cadillac is the same colour as the Haas. It's definitely not going to cause problems for everyone. I think Avenir is going to be the next across the line, as that racing ball hasn't got a wing. That's an issue we've seen before. Hasn't got an entire nose, in fact. The entire front of the car is missing. Look at that. Oh dear. But through comes Robsu, and that is way too much curb through the Vale chicane, and that is that lap over. I think Koru's just behind, as he knows it's Runes as he crosses the line. Only a very minor improvement for Runes, and that's going to be no favours to him. I think it's Bavish next. He's invalidated as well, so there'll be no improvement there. It's the other Ferrari of Denko. Let's see what he can do coming through the final couple of corners now. Can he get himself onto pole position for this pre-season race? No, it's only third for Denko. There was a Red Bull just crossing the line as well. Didn't see who that was. Ronin making their way through the final corner now. No improvement for Ronin there either. We've got one of the Williams cars. It's Reshka crossing the line. 3/10 puts him into the front row of the grid. No improvement there. Lawrence, can he improve? No, and almost, in fact, loses the car as he makes his way across the line. Cora improves. No time to be found there. I think that was Kevin O'Reilly just crossing the line to improve as well. What can Ghost find? He's half a second up in this final sector. Can he improve any more? He can't. But it does put him up into P3. That's a very solid time. Palang, can he go even further? Oh, and that little snap out of the final corner. That has cost him big. I think it's just going to be Rubiowski left, who's invalidated his lap. So that's it. That's your pre-season qualifying session. It's Palang on top. Reshka gave it a good go. Ghost gave it a good go as well. I'm impressed with a lot of these times here. Again, it's about a second from P1 to P13. Which is very encouraging indeed. Well, then it's Palang, your pole sitter. Oh my god, this stick drift is actually infuriating. But pole position to Palang. Joining him on the front row is Reshka. Then you've got Ghost, Kevin O'Reilly, Denko, Runes, Chloe, Koru, Mahmoud, and Lawrence, your top 10, with Bavish, Rubiowski, Jackalako, Robsu, Avenir, Joey B, no assists, Ronin, Scott, Bacon Bear, and Bony Fish, rounding off the 21 cars that will start this pre-season race. Oh, I'm in a car. That's not good. Why am I in a car? Let's put me in a bloody car. Well, I'm gonna have to just do a lap from around the back. I'll retire in the pit lane. That's irritating. Probably because I didn't choose to spectate. That'll be it. Right, well, I'm going to have to do a lap and then get back to you. I'll do my best to commentate from my position. Not that I can actually do much about it. The stick drift's going to kill me. I'm so sorry about this, everybody. Let me get around as quickly as I possibly can. This is not good at all. It's been so long since I raced on a controller, and there's happening. Jesus Christ. But it looks like a bit of a messy start for everybody. It looks like one of the Williams has got away well in the lead. We will catch up with everybody in just a second. I have to go retire in the pit lane to fuck everything up. This is my fault. It's been a while since I've commentated. Gosh. Stick drift is killing me. My controller wants to turn left. When I'm turning right. It's quite funny. It's quite amusing. Oh, straight load along here as well. Crazy. Considering I'm not racing controller, I'm keeping it on the track relatively well. The stick drift is really starting to get to me though. Oh my gosh.
That start was okay, now stay alert for threats.
Oh my god, the stick drift just put me in the wall. No! Stop it! I'm so sorry guys. We will get back to actually commentating on this race in a minute. Yeah, I don't care. Right, retire from the session. Yeah. Look at there we go. It should bring us back out into the commentary position, which is where I should have been to begin with. Here we are. Right, back with it. I apologise, guys. But that was my bad. But it looked like Reshka was the one who got away well, and it's Palang who's going to be challenging him in towards Brooklyn's here as well. It's free wide actually as Ghost tries to get involved as well. He was down the inside of Reshka, but he had to back out of that one. But he got down the inside of him anyway, and he couldn't quite get Palang. So Palang then took the lead away. Ghost tried to do it as well, but then Reshka's going to come right back at him as we go through Woodcott as well. Get the position back and down towards Cobb's corner. It's a bit of a drag race, but Reshka down the inside of Palang through Cobbs, and Palang goes straight to the back of him. Oh, and round he goes. Oh, and he's out of this race. That could be a safety car. I don't think it is. No, safety car, full safety car. Wow. Exciting start to this race. I'm not exactly sure what happened there. I don't know if that was connection issues or just being caught out by the approaching speed. But wow, Reshka went for the move down Cobbs. Very brave, of course. Very brave indeed. But this race neutralised for the time being. Anyone wanting to come in? I don't think so. Babbage has come in. I think I was in that. Oh no, I was in the Cadillac. It's in the red. Oh, there's Chloe down the back there. B9. I wonder what happened to her on the start of this race. It's a shame we missed it, but we've got a few drivers in. Babish, Robsu, Rubiowski, no assist. Baker Bear all into the pits. Changing off those soft tyres. Putting on, looks like a set of hards for everybody. Serving a penalty is Babish. Babish putting on another set of yellow walled mediums there. And a wing change. Serves that time penalty. He should be able to catch right back up though. To give Avenir a chance to catch up as well. But Reshka's going to be your race leader for the time being. It's going to be Ghost versus those two Williams cars. Positionally, Lawrence has stayed in place. But I think gain one obviously for track reasons, I think, well for obviously Palang crashing out. But most drivers up and down, but it looks like Reshka did get away well. Let's pop strategies on there. Would have been interesting to see. A few people started on mediums, I noticed. We've got Thompson helmet. Question's helmet. Pretty standard. It's okay, yellow and blue. Can't really see it all that well, especially from here. Let's give it a 7. Ghost. Let's go over 9. Ghost. Kevin O'Reilly. You know what? I don't hate it. Probably not my cup of tea. I'm going 8. Anchor's helmet. It's orange, there's a bit of blue though, the sponsorship. I don't know if it's the white sort of blue. Let's go to 7. Ooh. Oh no, no, don't be tricked, don't be tricked. Rooms is a maximum stacking permit, 0. No effort. Ooh, it. We'll give it an 8 though. 0, 0. This is helmet. I don't know, but I quite like it. I'll give it a 6. No, 7. But if I find out that's a thingy helmet, which I don't think it is. Default helmet. Joey B's helmet, pretty nice. It's got a 7 as well. 0, 0. No, 0, 0. 0, 0 again. 0. 0. 0 star. Ooh, Bacon Bear. Nearly. Nearly. Good reactions. Stay out of the back of this car there. But I like the helmet. 8. 0. And 6. There you go. Helmet review done. We like a helmet review here on APPF1. But the podcast will be back soon, guys. Isn't that exciting? Ghost and I, back at it again. We'll try and get more guests, more fun stuff, quizzes, reviews. It's been a while since Ghost and I have graced the airwaves of Spotify. So we'll see. But round we go. I think the safety car in this lap, as I thought. So warming up those tyres are the front runners. You see those on the hards, other than Scott stopped under that safety car. Avenir stopped as well. I think a little sooner though. He must have had damage from the collision at the start. I didn't see what happened. It was nothing to do with me. I just happened to be there. But we're about to go racing any second. Reshka's got control of the pace. We don't want telemetry. Telemetry won't go away. So we're going to be stuck with telemetry, even though I just disabled it. That's so odd. But Reshka's gone and has caught Ghost and Kevin napping a little. Kevin's going to be on the attack on the Audi in front of him already, but unable to get through on this occasion. Denko's lurking in the background, but he's got Runes and Mahmoud for company as they make their way through the loop and in towards Aintree now. Onto this, is this Hangar Straight or is it Wellington? I always get confused which one's which. But down we go nonetheless. Mahmoud stays through it as Jackalacco down the inside of Brooklands on Koru ahead of him. Koru holds him off for now. Can Jack find the way through Lovefield? Sneak down the inside perhaps. Doesn't find the way through. The battery's life is pretty similar on the pair of them at the minute. And Jackalacco holds off for the time being. But that's Robsu and Joey B. Little tap as Robsu gets past the Red Bull driver. But through he goes nonetheless. Good little ding-dong battle there. Kevin O'Reilly keeping Ghost honest for the time being. Can he close in to get a little bit closer? Remember, no DRS. It's straight mode now. And it looks like Denko's got some great speed as he looks to go down the inside of Stowe, but doesn't manage it this time. And sticks behind the Williams for the time being. Kevin O'Reilly will be looking in his mirror as he's got some pretty decent drivers chasing him down through there. Rubiowski's found his way past Scott. There's no assist. He's going to go down the inside of Scott there as well. Pretty clean move for the Mercedes driver up to 15th place. Very solid stuff. Reshko just pulling it out. That's gonna... Reshko just pulling out the gap. Oh dear. I don't want that to be clipped, but it probably will be. Oh god. Focus, Sumo, focus. Reshko pulling away from Ghost. Ghost will not want to see him go too far, using some battery there to stay in touch with Reshko. Reshko saving the battery, of course. And it's Denko on the attack again. Kevin goes off the circuit this time, stuck to the inside of Lovefield. Denko's going to have the more favourable line through the corner, but Kevin with the shorter line as an Aston Martin, and Mahmoud goes off in the background. Little bit of a half spin there as Denko gets the place around the outside of Woodcott. And up into P3 here. It's going to be on the coattails of Ghost now as we go in towards Maggots and Beckett's there as well. We'll keep an eye on all the action further down. Bavish and no assist having a bit of a battle there as well. Robsu getting past Chloe in the Haas. Further back here as well. Can Denko get a move on Ghost? Let's see. The overtake mode enabled, but not much battery there to attack. Bacon Bear with a 3-second time penalty for track limits. Jacko and Koru still close together. That's Lawrence on the back of Mahmood as well as they come out of Stowe corner. No way through for Lawrence. Ronin, Chloe all having a bit of a battle there as well. Losing another place is the Haas. And down the inside goes Rubialski. Very opportunistic move. Gets it around the outside of of Vale and then in towards Club. Keeps the place as Chloe's pulling over. Has let everybody through. What's going on there? Don't let them through, Chloe. Hold your ground. Fight them. Meanwhile, Ghost is caught back up to Reshka. He's got Denko, though, for company. Very accomplished driver through Tier 2. I think Denko and I have had some great battles in the past. Haven't been up at the top of Tier 2 for a little while. But Denko, very solid driver. And he will be definitely be making sure to challenge for this race win this evening. And it's the national anthem's kick-off, Curacao in Japan. It's Bosnia, sorry. Bosnia and Japan. That's what, Japan. Canada. Japan's got nothing to do with it. So I'm thinking of my FC saves. Sorry. Meanwhile, let's focus on the racing. Because that I can at least talk about with some sort of competence. We've got a free car battle for the lead. Kevin O'Reilly just losing touch a little bit with the top three. And I think, what was that? Was that Bavish going straight off? Yes, it was. Just overcooked it in towards Stowe. The Bony Fish is going to go for a move on Joey B in the Red Bull up ahead as well. Unable to get through, but is pushing Joey B through Club Corner. And might be able to find a way through in towards Abbey. Not quite. Not close enough for the Alpine. We're 8 laps into this race. Scott with a 3-second time penalty as well. Gonna call that karma for sending a gif of a small violin when I said I had a headache earlier. This Ghost braking very late to try and get past Reshka. Keeping in the mirrors there as well. These guys still so close together. I think this could be a theme, to be honest, in this iteration of the game. And Ghost on the attack. He's going to look to the outside of Reshka. And I think he's going to get the place before the corner. He does. Cuts across the Williams. Up into the lead now as well. Denko senses an opportunity. But Reshka looking to the inside. Oh my word. They bang wheels as they go through Maggots and Beckett. And they're so close together, Reshka and Ghost. They're still banging wheels as they come through Chapel now. And it's going to be a drag race all the way down to Stowe. And it's going to be overtake for Reshka, is it? I don't know. But Denko's trying to find a way through as well. Round the outside goes Reshka through Stowe corner. It was Ghost who had the overtake, but Reshka got the job done. Now Denko's going to look to the outside of the club of Vale Chicane, but no, it doesn't find his way through. That could invite Kevin for an opportunity as they come through Club and onto the Hamilton Straight. Rubialski and Robsu having a battle further back. Bony Fish keeping Robsu honest as well, but I think we've got to focus on this battle for the lead, because this is where all the action is. Kevin O'Reilly now having a challenge of Denko. Denko holds him off for the time being. Kevin, can he go down the inside after the loop? He can't manage it. Rooms is on the back of him as well. He'll look for an opportunity as and when he can find it. Reshka trying to break the toe. Ghost trying to find a way through. Unable to do it. Denko really closes in there from Brooklands and loses it. Oh no, I think he's just put too much power down. And round goes the rear, and that's Denko off the circuit and drops down to P9 there as well. Oh, he'll be gutted with that one. Grass all over the tyres, and now in fact he's down behind Rubialski. And in this midfield battle, which I think could spell the end of Denko's race at the front. But it's still very close. I mean, it's sort of 2-3 seconds between Lawrence and the top runners right now. Lawrence is sort of the no man's land driver there. And you've got Ronin heading that train as well as Mahmood gets his way past Koru. Denko passes Ronin there as well. Denko is setting his sights on his old Tier 2 teammate Lawrence. As Mahmoud and Koru swapping places because Koru's come in. He's had enough of those medium tyres. Going to chuck a set of hards. Yeah. And go to the end, most likely. Reshka, meanwhile, still leading the way. It's calmed down a little bit. But not for long. Scott was disqualified. He must have spun. And has been done for going the wrong way. That is one of the most irritating penalties you can receive, disqualifications I should say, you can receive in this game. Because you're just trying to turn around. Sometimes you spun facing the wrong way and then you try and turn around and suddenly you're disqualified. Ouch. Rashka still leading the way though. Ghost within half a second. He'll be challenging. He said he's going to enjoy these regulations. I think he's the sort of driver who's very tactical, can save the battery, knows when to deploy it, knows when to go on the attack. So this will be where Ghost thrives. But we'll see, because I think Rashka is a very similar driver to Ghost there as well. So two very tactically minded drivers. Kevin O'Reilly as well. He is certainly a driver to keep an eye on. You know what, I think he spent a long time having I think for him, mediocre seasons, disappointing seasons, races where he could have got a decent result and crashing out. Went from that kind of driver to a driver who, on his day, can win races. And right now he's sat in P3, inherited it after Denko had that spin right here. But you've got to be in it to win it. And Kevin O'Reilly definitely has been a driver with an upward trajectory right now. And Williams doing a fantastic job holding down P1 and 3 right now. But Ghost is on the attack in that Audi once again. Getting very close to the back of Reshka's Williams as they go through Cobb's Corner. No way through for Ghost at this juncture. But there'll be plenty of opportunities. It's lap 11 of 26. We're halfway around this lap. We're approaching the halfway point of this race as well. And I think we're well in that pit window. A lot of the drivers who started on those mediums have come in now. I think that's Mahmoud and Jakalako having a little bit of a skirmish a little further back in this train. But you've got 6 cars all in this battle for the lead. Ghost peels in, as does Jakalako and Mahmoud in the Aston Martin. Ghost with a time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. That is going to put an end to his evening. Oh, Ghost. He's going to be kicking himself for that. I know he will. That is unfortunate. I'm going to have to get this controller recalibrated or replaced, I think, because the stick drift is killing me. Not in this instance. Wow, I've got a corner already for Canada. It's only just turned a minute. Let's see how they'll go. Terrible coming up. Terrible. Anyways, Rubialski, Lawrence, side by side through Luffield. Bonyfish just behind there as well. A few more of the drivers have peeled into the pit lane, and Rubialski wants to close the door, and Lawrence having none of it, wheel banging as they go down towards Cobb's Corner. Lawrence with the wider line on exit. Rubialski's going to go around the outside of him through Maggots and Beckett's. They go tight as you can as they go through. They're still side by side. Lawrence comes out ahead through in towards Chapel and hens off the Cadillac for now, but the Audi is going to come under more pressure from the Cadillac and from the Alpine behind as well. Bonyfish zooms past Rubialski, looks for a move on Lawrence. Lawrence breaks later as the Alpine backs out of that one, and Ronin comes into the pits as well. He's followed by Lawrence. Don't do it. Oh, and he's sneaked past the Alpine onto the entrance of the pit lane. That is very cheeky from Lawrence. He does like doing that. Kevin and Rune's still out there, but most of the top runners are in. Ghost down in 11th at the minute. He's still ahead of Jakalako for now. Where's Reshka? Coming out of the pit lane. Let's see where he emerges. It's a long pit lane here at Silverstone. You've got to react quickly. And I think Reshka has been jumped by Mahmoud and Jakalako, who pitted just a lap sooner. And Ghost as well. And I think Ghost is your provisional leader. But given the 10-second time penalty, it's Jakalako now who's in the driving seat of this race. Potentially Avenir, Rubiowski or Bonyfish can go to the end on these hards. They've served their mandatory stop, so it's not outside of the realm of possibility. But I wouldn't put it again. I wouldn't count out Reshka or any of the rest of these leaders, really. Reshka's already disposed of Mahmoud. Koru's there as well. Denko's 2.6 back, so he's got a bit of catching up to do if he wants to get back into this race at the front. Lawrence, a massive loser here on this these pit stops, although he was in no man's land actually, so maybe in a better position than you think. But down in 13th right now, he's got himself a time penalty. I want to say that's for track limits. It is. That's like Rooms and Kevin O'Reilly finally served their stops. And just to show you how awful this pit lane is, I think these guys are going to be way at the back. I think even behind Denko. This way. Here's Denko. Oh, Denko's just going to be on the coattails of him. Yeah, just outside of a second. So Denko can get himself back in this, thanks to Kevin and Runes' late pit stop. Although they are going to have tyre delta. Although Koru has got the driver with the oldest tyres in this lead pack. So we're going to focus on Jakalako because that is our race leader right now. But Reshka is going to be all over him. Reshka with a lot more battery at his disposal than the Scotsman. Let's see if he can put it to good use in that Williams car. Around Klopp's corner he goes. Jakalako in the Ferrari, he'll be looking in the mirrors, he'll be looking out for Reshka, who's all over him through Maggots and Beckett. Through Chapel he goes now. And wow, what an exit. What a use of overtake mode as well. Jakalako could do nothing about it. And Mahmoud's now going to go for it as well. Down the inside of Stowe. And Jacko, that's 2 places lost in just one corner. Well, one straight and a corner really, but wow. The deployment is just something else, isn't it? That's like Runes and Koru fighting. Runes will be desperate to get on the back of this again. Robiowski's in the pit lane as well, so I think definitely those hard tyres aren't making it all the way to the end. And so Kevin O'Reilly holding off the 2 McLarens, and then Denko just on as well. And this is your top 3 at the minute. Ghost, he's got too much of a job to do to open up 10 seconds. He'll be absolutely gutted, but glad it's only a pre-season race. And he's definitely had some fun moments out there on the track as well, so he can't be too disappointed at this evening's events. Rubiowski out ahead of Ronan through Brooklands, through Luffield as well. Runes and Kevin swapping places. That's Runes up into what's provisionally 4th place for the time being, and I think Denko's dispatched of Koru as well. Koru's got no battery here compared to the rest of these guys. He's got nothing on those straights, and I think he'll be frustrated with that outcome. But Denko and Kevin going to make it free ride. Kevin backs out sensibly, but he tries to hold it around the outside of Stowe. Manages to see Denko off. That's some great racing between them as well. Into the pits. That's Bonyfish. And no assists there as well. So we're just shuffling the order. I think Reshka is still in the lead at the minute. He's caught up to the back of Ghost. I think Ghost might do his very best to hold him up, I think. But it's not going to do much. It's only really going to... I don't know. I mean, they won't even let Lawrence come in, so there's no point really holding him up. Ghost is just going to have to do his best to stay ahead and hope for a safety car. But I think even then, serving the 10 seconds is just going to be the same result. So I think Ghost is just in it for fun now at this point. But Denko and Kevin at it again through Brooklands, then Luffield. Denko might have the better exit, but Kevin chops across him there as well. Squeezes him off the circuit as there as well. That's very tight between them, but just on the limits, I think, of fairness. And Denko does manage to get the place. But very close between them. Kevin looking for any way past in towards Maggots and Beckett's as well. Unable to find it at the time being. Bonyfish and Rubialski swapping through Klopp's corner there as well. The two Alpines trying to control the pace in the midfield. Reshka all over the back of Ghost. Denko passes Rooms now as well. Up into P6. He'll be going for it as well as Reshka gets past before the Vale chicane. Passing Ghost. I mean, he was already ahead of him on paper, but now it's even worse for Ghost. But he's going to definitely not let Reshka out of his sight and keep pushing to try and stay in this as best he can and maximise some kind of result. But right now, this 10 seconds, I think it's going to drop him probably about 9th. Which is as far as he'll drop, I think. Having it, leading the race right now, provisionally. But your net lead is here with Reshka. Mahmoud, your net P2. Jakalaka, your net P3. Rose to do everything in his power to fight. The two Alpines doing everything in their power to fight. The drivers behind them are 3 wide. That's Rubialski down the inside of Lawrence through Brooklands. And gets the move done, gets the car stopped as well. Hard racing between these tier 2 titans of the sport. Chloe getting her hands well into the mix as well. But Ghost not going to let Reshka go. Not going to let this time penalty stop him having a bit of fun out there. Reshka's going to hold him off though. And it's tight racing between the two. Side by side they are. And Reshka comes out ahead in towards the Vale chicane. Mahmoud thinks about a lunge down the inside. Doesn't quite go for it on Ghost. But with the laps are ticking down now. It's crunch time for these drivers. It's side by side for Kevin and Runes through Club Corner and onto the Hamilton Straight. Kevin O'Reilly sticks ahead of Runes for the time being. And it's some great battling out there. Denko wants to try and get away from this, but he just can't quite do it for the time being. We've had some excellent racing from start to finish here in this pre-season race. The Bosnia player doing the best impression of Neymar, rolling as far as they possibly can after being taken to the ground. And then Reshka controlling the pace of things for now. Happy to be the one at the front. Ghost doing his best as well to fight back down the inside of Cops. We've seen this a lot this evening and we're going to see it again. But Reshka again with the cutback potentially, and he's already ahead. We were looking for Ghost but we couldn't find him quite fittingly because Reshka had already dispatched of him. Reshka's certainly got Ghost's ticket there, but the more they fight, the closer Denko is to getting back into this race. And Ghost again with the move down the inside of Stowe. Gets it done this time. Reshka, does he come back at him into the Vale chicane? He looks to the outside. It's going to be side by side yet again for the pair of them. And Reshka through once more. Ghost looks to the inside as well of Club Corner but doesn't find it. Mahmoud's now getting involved as well. This could be a calamity if they all crash at this juncture. But no, Ghost looks to the inside. They all sensibly make their way through the first couple of corners. Now Reshka is under some pressure from Ghost and Mahmoud, and there's Denko and Jakalako there as well. Oh, it's all absolutely going fantastically with this racing. Reshka with a twitchy exit invites Ghost round the outside. Aintree, but it's going to be side by side now as well. Mahmoud's looking for a position as he goes down the inside of Reshka. This is for the lead of the race between the Aston Martin and the Williams. But now Jakalako down the inside of Luffield. It's fantastic racing between them. Reshka's allowed some breathing space, but side by side they still go. Mahmoud holds the Ferrari off now. Denko, he's going to be licking his lips at this opportunity. He can get himself onto the podium there as well. Ghost, he'll still be kicking himself about this 10 seconds, but I don't think he'll care. There's a yellow flag further down the track. That's one of the Alpines at Luffield. But we're focusing on this action at the front. Reshka back ahead. Ghost's going to be looking for another opportunity down towards Stowe Corner. And Audi all over the back of the Williams. He's going to draw side by side with him once again. Jakalako now into P2. That net P2 position for the Ferrari. And now Mahmoud is under pressure from Denko. Can Mahmoud find a move on the Ferrari? He can't. It's all very clean racing here at the front. Ghost was unable to pass the Williams, but Jakalako up into P2. It's fantastic racing, and here comes Ghost yet again down in towards turn number 1. He's going to go for the move now as well. And it's fantastic racing between these drivers. Some classic APPF1 racing action. Lawrence passes Chloe in the Haas further back. That was through the Vale chicane, but we're focusing on the front. Denko with an opportunity all over the back of this Aston Martin now. He's going to want to get rid of him and does so into Brooklands. And it's now the two Ferraris looking to get on that podium. Well, in fact, they are on that podium. This is your top 3, everybody. Although Avenir has not come in. He's going to go as long as he possibly can. So don't count him out, because he could win this race yet just by not stopping. We've kind of overlooked it, but he doesn't have to stop. He started on those mediums, put on a set of hards during the safety car. He was at the back, everyone, at the back. But it's 5 seconds the gap. And they are closing these drivers now. Those 18 lap hold hards are going to be showing their wear now. Reshka all over the back of Ghost. They've been trading lap after lap after lap, corner after corner. It really has been some yo-yo racing between these drivers. But Ghost through the first couple of corners. Reshka looking for any sort of move, but I think he'll be sensible about it. Again, you can see Ghost and Reshka, those are the drivers with the most battery. Kevin up there as well. And Runes as well, so all very conservative. A few drivers a little bit more trigger happy with the battery there as well, as Reshka once again makes a move on Ghost there as well. Jakalako, he needs to get rid of Ghost really if he wants to go for this race win. Same for Denko. The two Ferraris collide through Luffield. A very light contact between them. They won't want to do that again. But Denko now under pressure again from Mahmoud. Looks to the inside of Cops. It's not going to happen. Reshka and Ghost still fighting. I think Ghost is just trying to do everything he can to allow Reshka to get swallowed up in all this battling. Jakalako, he'll be getting frustrated in that cockpit, I think. He'll want to get rid of Ghost. Ghost is the man who, right now as it stands, if the race were to finish as it is, as Denko down the inside of his teammate as they go side by side and they come together. Oh, Denko almost round, but he catches it, holds on, but that's going to invite Runes down the inside of Denko, and Denko drops down to the end of there. I don't think there'll be any hard feelings between the two teammates, but that was very, very close to a much larger calamity between them. But Jakalako, I suppose that's one way to dispatching your teammate. But Denko not out of this yet. He can definitely creep his way back up. Let's see, Bony Fish passes Koru, who's in the pits yet again. Not been a great race for him. The leaders are closing in now on Avenir, who will be doing everything he can to hold on to that race lead with these 20-lap old tyres. Jakalako, though, finally having a move on Ghost. Ghost isn't going to let him go without a fight there. And Ghost uses the inside line of Luffield to fend off the Ferrari for the time being. And this battling could allow Reshka to run away here. Denko looking for a move as well on Runes through Cops. Doesn't manage it. Ghost does well to hold off Jakalako and is already on the back of Reshka. It's a real close race. And Rubiowski and Lawrence, I think these three have all been stuck together for the majority of the race. Lawrence has been having some fun out there, but on penalties, Chloe is ahead of both Lawrence and Rubiowski here. And we'll pop the penalties up on the grid, shall we? As Avenir finally done. No, he's in the pits. He's finally stopped. Which we knew he had to do, I think, at some point. At some point they had to give. And this is the point. It's lap 23. 4 laps remaining of this race. And it's Reshka in control. Jacko needs to put the work in now. Needs to get rid of Ghost if he wants any shout at this race win. Ghost has just been a bit of a roadblock, really. I think maybe unintentionally a bit of a buffer for Reshka. Because yes, they've been chopping and changing and swapping positions. But Jacko hasn't been able to get past, nor anybody else really for that matter. Mahmoud now looking for a move down Woodcock. Ghost looking for a move around the outside of Cops there as well. Mahmoud in the Aston Martin back ahead of the Ferrari there as well. He moves up into what's P2 in this race. But look at Kevin O'Reilly now looking down the inside of Jacko through Maggots and Beckett's and gets the move done. Jacko losing 2 more places in that series of corners there through Sector 2. But it's all very close now. This could be a hell of a fight down towards Stowe Corner. Mahmoud's going to go for it now. He's sick and tired of the back of that Audi and wants to get rid of him, but unable to find a way through. Kevin O'Reilly, though, zooms around the outside of the Aston Martin. Can he hold on to this position through the Vale chicane? Yes, he does. Jakalako now making a move as well. Gets past the Aston Martin, nimbly around him through Vale. And now Denko is going to be left to deal with him. But Kevin now making this a 1-2 for Williams in the closing stages of this race. Ghost once again still sitting as that roadblock that in this session. But he hasn't been willing to let this one go. He's got a time penalty, sure, but that doesn't mean he's going to stop racing. This is pre-season, folks. It's all for fun and pride here. No real points on offer, but I've got to say the quality of the racing has been fantastic. I've been thoroughly entertained. Just absolutely gutted we missed the start. It's a silly mistake. Rick saying, what's my goat Jacko doing so far down the grid? Nah, Jacko's been doing great. Been doing an absolutely stellar job so far. And Kevin O'Reilly now finally going to go for the move on Ghost, but Ghost fends him off through Maggots and Beckett. Somebody's got to get rid of this Audi if they want to win this race, otherwise Reshka is going to take it. And it's all kicking off. Mahmoud and Jacko have swapped places once again. Mahmoud looking for a way round through Stowe Corner. The Aston and the Ferrari side by side yet again. But the Scotsman fends him off for the time being. Oh my God, Bosnia have just scored against Canada as well. It's 1-0 Bosnia. Oh dear, that's an embarrassment for the hosts, isn't it? Meanwhile, Ghost still on the back of Reshka. Oh yeah, oh dear, poor defending that set piece there from the Canadians. Jakalako in the hunt still. They've got to get rid of this pesky Audi. Or Ghost has got to invite an opportunity for Reshka to make a mistake or something if this race is to be won by anyone else. Lawrence is in the pits. Maybe some damage for Lawrence in his Audi. But that's his race well and truly over. Chloe looking at P9 there as well. That's a fantastic debut in this pre-season event. As Kevin, well, Reshka has got part to overtaken by Ghost. Kevin gets past, well, Reshka gets past Ghost yet again. He's got a lap and a half to do this, has Kevin O'Reilly, if he wants to take the win from his teammate. Can Kevin finally make a move on this Audi that just won't give in. He's going to look for it. Down the inside he goes. And Ghost is going to hold it all the way around the outside as well. Not content to give up this position. And Ghost still holds on through the Vale chicane. We're coming on to the final lap of this thrilling Silverstone Grand Prix. And Kevin! No! Kevin's lost it through club. And he's got wing damage as well that we saw. That's him out. He's on a fantastic race up until this point. That puts Jacko and the Aston Martin and Mahmoud back onto the podium. But it's just absolute calamity for Kevin O'Reilly. Denko wants this podium as well. Oh, and no! Denko's gone again! Oh! Denko pushing, and Jacko's finally got rid of Ghost. We've got a race for the lead of the Haas. If Ghost can stick his nose out of it now, but he's not going to want to. He's going to want to keep fighting these guys at the front for as long as he can, and has done a fantastic job of doing so. But here comes Jakalako now. He's going to go right round the outside of Cop's corner, but we've seen this before. Reshka can certainly get his way back and has almost double the battery that the Ferrari has, and through he goes again from Magus and Beckett. This moves you've never seen before, really, with this new regulations, and it's fantastic racing between everybody. But the overtake goes towards the Ferrari now. Ghost is going to get involved as well. This is going to be a grandstand finish as we come through the final couple of corners for one last time. Jakalako holds off the Audi once again. Mahmoud's going to try and go for it. Oh, and there's a bit of contact behind. Jacko, does he send it in the Vale chicane? He doesn't. He can't quite find the way through. Mahmoud gets past Ghost there as well. But Reshka's going to hold on. He'll be thanking Ghost for this one. But it's your top three of Reshka, Jacko and Mahmoud as they come across the line. There's rooms in fourth. And it looks like Ghost was able to hold on to P5 in the end. No, P6 after Denko crosses the line. But wow, time to catch your breath for everyone involved there. I don't know if Chloe stayed in the race. She was ghosted there. She's still a ghost actually, so that's AI taking over for her race. That's unfortunate. But Lawrence retired, Palang retired, Bavish and Scott both retired as well. I of course retired because I wasn't actually meant to be racing. Joe and Rob Sue are going to be the last two drivers across the line, but wow. Wow. Fantastic race from everybody there. And I'm hoping you have enjoyed watching, whether you've been watching live or watching after the fact. I've certainly had a great time commentating on that one. Wow. Fantastic stuff. Reshka then starting his pre-season perfectly with a win. That is some fantastic drivers. It was a fantastic race to watch. Watching saying it was horrible. Mahmoud enjoyed the race and the race craft from everyone. Jacko had a good time as well. Avenir saying he almost pulled it off, but the tyres gave up in the end. But it was so close between everybody, wasn't it? But there we are. First race of the pre-season time, at least, finished. But it's Reshka, your race winner. Jakalaka and Mahmoud make the podium. Rooms and Denko, your top 5. Ghost, Kevin, Ronin, Rubiowski and Chloe, the top 10. With Koru, Bony Fish, Avner, no assists, Joey B and Robson and Baker Bear, the rest of your finishes with Lawrence, Palang, Bavish and Scott not finishing the race. Wow. Well, that's it. first race of the season done, of the pre-season done. But wow, I hope you've all enjoyed. I certainly did. That really that really wanted me. I really feel like wanted to get back into racing, you know. But maybe I'll be back sooner than I expect. But wow, that was a lot of fun to watch. I hope you've all enjoyed as well. But as I say, keep an eye out for streams and the podcast as well. Of course, we'll be getting back into the season in not too long of a time. Let's remind everybody of the schedule before we go. And it's all in the announcements on the Discord. But let's have a look. So we're expecting team selection to take place on the 20th. First podcast on the 22nd alongside round 1 of tier 3. Then the Tuesday after will be tier 2. Round 1, tier 1 on Friday evening, with then F2 Cup on the Sunday to kick off the season in style. Be there, look out for the streams. Lawrence for tier 1, Ghost and Dakar for tier 2, Lawrence for tier 3, sorry, and then myself, hopefully for as many tier 1 races as possible. And we can only hope we've got a commentator for Sundays. But that's going to be it, folks. Thank you all ever so much for watching. Keep an eye out for more racing action as the weeks unfold. But for now, I have been Sumo, and goodbye.